To the people of Kashmir, we do not wish to win people against their will with the help of armed force, and if the people want to part company with us, they may go their own way, and we shall go ours. We want no forced marriages, no forced unions.
In October 1947, following the Kashmir Maharaja's decision to join India, Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru made a promise. He affirmed that the Maharaja's decision would be confirmed by a plebiscite at a later date. But the plebiscite has not been held so far.
The fight is only for one issue, and the issue has been there since ages, and that's complete independence of Kashmir. India does not want to give up on Kashmir due to its resources, due to its geographical position, and due to all other factors. And that's the only reason that India does not want to give us the right of plebiscite.
Plebiscite is no option for nothing, It's ancient history. It's not going to happen. If it was ever to happen, it would have happened when it was promised. But there were certain conditions which both sides were to fulfill, and Pakistan didn't do anything to show any interest in plebiscite. Pakistan has made it very clear umpteen times, even recently, that independence was not an option. But plebiscite, let me put it bluntly, is out of question now. It's history.
We had our own constitution, we had our own prime minister, we had our own flag, we had our own president, so everything was our own from 1947 to 64. But what India did since 1947 onwards is that through military means they consolidated their position here. So it is a military occupation since 1947, which is only consolidating and increasing its control in Jammu and Kashmir, and their political position is getting rigid.
And legally, the instrument of accession signed by the Maharaja of Kashmir effectively ceded the state to India. So our contention remains that it is Pakistan which has committed aggression, and it must vacate its forces from the occupied territories, and thereafter a plebiscite can be conducted. However, this has never been done, and Pakistan claims that the instrument of accession was signed under duress, and that is why it was illegal.
It is government of India which is intransigent and belligerent since 1947 till now, and it's only increasing. People here tell us sometimes that Modi government is harsh, but we have seen all governments of the past in India, they're all same. They're no different. Their only way of dealing with Kashmir is violence. India has monopoly over violence in Jammu and Kashmir.
With demands for political independence growing stronger among Kashmiri youth by the late 1980s and 90s, an armed revolt emerged against Indian rule in Kashmir. India responded with massive crackdowns on militants, deploying over 500,000 soldiers in Kashmir. Grave human rights violations resulted.
One of the iconic images is a man being tied in front of a jeep and being driven so that his compatriots, his fellow countrymen could not throw stones at those army people. I mean, where on earth do you hear this, being done? And the man rewarded for it, with some sort of a decoration. It's unconscionable, and I don't know how to, even respond to it. You cannot reason with someone who has sort of fallen into unreason as to how they behave. And I think that's how the human rights violations in Kashmir need to be looked at. It is that it's so irrational and so unreasoned, that I don't know how to, respond to it.
More than 70,000 Kashmiris are estimated to have been killed and thousands injured in state-inflicted violence. The brutal military occupation is pushing Kashmiris over the edge, compelling them to take desperate measures.
People have tried politics. It's not that people have simply outrightly rejected politics. People have tried politics. There have been talks. At times there have been dialogue. But the question is that when the youth of Kashmir has already understood that everything is futile, every dialogue, every talk, that's futile, that has no result. That's why this youth who has been on streets since 2008 to 2016 now has chosen a different way.